I'm so sorry for all of the confusion. And my house is a mess. I mean, I literally just threw everything in and took off running. And so, anyway, I will sit here and wait and see if anybody shows up. I'm going to try to, I don't know how I can share this. With anybody. I got one thumbs up. Okay, thank you. Oh, Annette Gray, you made it. Matilda, thank you. Is this not the craziest? I appreciate you guys sticking in here with me. I literally, hey, Ramblin' Rome, thank you. And thank you, Robert, for giving everybody the update that I was flying to town. I appreciate that so much. And Pearl made it. Oh, thank you, Robert. And Ramblin' Rome, and I hope my other people can hop over. Third time's the charm. That's it. I mean, literally, you guys, I literally just threw everything. Hey, Megan. Literally just threw everything in the floor of my RV and took off. I left my rocking chair, my good chair. Hi, Mike and Cindy. Thank you for coming back at camp, and I'm hoping it's still there when I get back, but I didn't have time to get the outside stuff. Hi, Karen. Hi, Sandra. And I just want to thank everybody for being so kind to me. Clara, Queen, and Christy, thank you, because I had done a speed test. Anybody out there? I just came back on live, and I had done a speed test, and it said that everything was okay out there, but Estelle, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're not on any kind of mail list of mine. I don't know who you are. So, you know, I don't know what you're talking about. So if you're on a mail list, honey, it ain't mine. So see you later. Anyway, Kathy Bailey, good to see you. And Sparrow's Way, hey, Frugal, you made it. And yes, it was a stressful night, Megan, thank you. But it's important. Hi, baby, you want to come up? He says, Mama, I just don't know what we're doing. Come on up. He says, I just don't know what we're doing. He's in my lap, but y'all can't see him. There he is. Thank you, Robert, for timing her out. I don't know what her problem is. And Robert kept y'all posted. That's so good to know. And Christy, I did do it's so weird because I did a check, but I'm up on the mountain, but it said that I had good signal. Oh my God, I left my fan back there and I'm so hot. It said that I had good signal. I'm gonna open this door. My window doesn't roll down. But anyway, it said that I had good signal, but obviously I did not. Shalom on the roam. Hi, darling. I miss you. Tony 1955, quality check. Go, Christy, I see what you're saying now. That is so sweet. Cindy, thank you, darling. I appreciate everybody hopping over. And I know. And yes, anybody out there, we're going to talk about all that. And Sunny Rivers, thank you. And Christy, that's one reason why you guys, I'm only about 15 miles up the mountain, but it takes a long time to drive down because it's all twisty, turny, and there were lots of pronghorn out. And so I was like driving, but I got here as fast as I could. This necklace was given to me by my friend Susie here in town. Oh, thank you, Frugal. I'll settle down here in a minute. And Ramblin' Rome says she sees that all the cool kids are here tonight. That is so funny. You guys are hilarious. And Ramblin' Rome, you're one of them. And Annette Gray, thank you. That's okay, Noreen. I'm glad that you found me a third time. Thank you. And Linda in Texas says hello from Coastal Lands. Yeah, I'll slow down in a minute. I'll get caught up. But I just wanted to hurry up and get logged on and thank everybody for coming over here. And thank you for the thumbs up. especially since it's a third time. I just really appreciate it. And there's one, the second try is still hung up in Cyberland. It won't let me close it, so I don't know what's going on with that. I was not going to let an FNL go by, Sissy, and thank you. My neck AC is right up there, but I can't wear it when I'm on the live stream because it's too loud, I think. I'm not sure. 101 in Boise. Yeah, and I feel bad for being so hot and flustered because it's only like 80 something here. Let's see. All right, I think I'm getting caught up. I will. Bandit's hot too. I've got a fan going, but it's not. It's on the floor, so it's not doing us much good, is it, buddy? I'm sorry. I'm afraid if I open the door, though, I'm in a parking lot. That's kind of obnoxious, and I'm actually. I'll show you. I'm in a parking lot of the forest ranger. So, follow your dreams says it's all good. Thank you so much. I want to get something to drink, but I don't want to get up and scramble with all that stuff that's in the floor of my house because I threw it on the floor. Oh, Frugal, thank you. That is so sweet of you, Jana. Thank you. And it's good to, I'm so glad that you were patient and hopped over here too. Yeah, in front of the forest ranger's office, it is a good place. A lovely share on the flowers. Thank you, Susan. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I think I have something in my mouth, y'all. So Clara says I'm doing fine. That she sweats in her air-conditioned house. That's hilarious. Thank you. See, I'm calming down now. I just needed to, you know, calm down. Oh, hang on, I got it. Yay. Let me see what else I want to share with y'all before I jump into. Sissy's asking if I can reach the AC neck AC thing. It's cooling off now. I think I was just flustered because I hurried so fast to get to town, Sissy, but I think I'm okay. I wish I'd gotten something to drink, but I don't want to. I'll have to step over all the stuff on in my floor. Thank you, Robert. I made that. I got that. And thanks, Shalom, Donna. That's so sweet. I got those flowers in different places. Some came from Walmart and some came from, I think a CVS. And then one came from like just a little store that mom and pa's store that I went into, a gift shop. I got some of the grass stuff. So I see that one of my flowers is falling down. I'm going to have to pick it up. But thank you. That's so kind. Y'all are all so good to me. So let me get my notes and see what I have here. Y'all are going to have to put up with the Bubba trucks in the parking lot. I'm sorry. Everything here is loud. I'm in Wyoming. They drive loud ass trucks. That's all I can say. So, oh, that is so sweet, Donna and Jana. Thank you. Yeah, and now I may have to stop and go back there and get something, but I also don't want y'all to see how messed up my house is. Bandit says, Mama, what's that card? What's that card? Yeah. His little tail's wagging. He says, yeah, he's panting. He says, he's okay, Mama. He is such a sweetheart and keeps me such good company. Sparrow's Way, that's so sweet. Oh, good, Sonny. I'm glad that y'all aren't hearing it because there's a lot of Bubba trucks. Here comes another one. Yeah, you're in Wyoming too, on the other end of the state, but yeah, you get it. And I'm from Texas. You'd think I'd be used to the loud, big Bubba trucks, but oh, y'all are so sweet. See, if I get up though, I got to put Bandit down and everything. If he gets down, Susan says, that's hysterical, Bubba trucks. I've never heard. Well, that's probably a Texas expression. Oh, thank you, Megan. Okay, Clara. All right. I just don't want to make Bandit get down either. Let me see what I can do. Hey, Bandito, come here, baby. Can you go over on your bed for Mama? Hold on, you guys. Okay, you go over on your bed. Just for a minute, and then you can come back. All right, so I think I'm in town enough that we won't lose. Oh, I'm going to have to shut my door because it's got my light on. Anyway, I think I'm in town enough that I can walk around without losing signal. But I also just threw everything in my sink. Look, you guys, I just threw everything in my sink. So I've got to pull some stuff out to get to a drink. So this is, Bandit, you stay inside. See, I didn't shut my door, and Bandit's up there. He's going to get out. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all are Bubba trucks mud trucks. No, I wouldn't say that they're mud trucks. They're big, the big dually diesels. You know, and I don't mean that derogatory. It's just that that's kind of a Texas term. There is not much in there, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to see if I can set y'all. Here, I'm going to set y'all on my coffee pot. Y'all don't know that, but that's where I'm going to set y'all. I'm going to set y'all on my coffee pot. And there. Y'all stay. You're on my coffee pot. So I can get, hey Donna, shalom on the roam. I'm getting some ice. Uh-oh, no I'm not, never mind. Oh yes I will, I'll just get my ice tray. So this is the craziest live stream ever. And Jana, Frugal RV Gal does have a big dually diesel, but yours isn't. You don't put like the big, I don't know what the mufflers are called that these guys like to put on these things. Yeah, and they're, you know, monster trucks is another term for it, but they put these big dually mufflers on them also. And so that they sound loud. It's like diesel and dualies and big ass trucks are loud enough, but these guys will put these like big mufflers on them so that they sound even louder. And I don't get that. Oh, by the way, while I'm doing this, hold on. While I'm doing this, I want to tell y'all that speaking aloud, Phoenix gets a new muffler Tuesday. Well, I hope it's Tuesday. It might take her, might take him longer than Tuesday, but the guy that's doing it is going to let me stay at the shop in my home, so I don't have to leave my home. And so I'm very grateful for that. Now let me get some ice water. Hold on. Yeah, so see, y'all are just coming to my house on Friday Night Live. That's what I get for not coming to town early and being prepared. But I really thought that I had good signal out there. I don't know what else you can do. I tell everybody all the time, y'all can see part of my messy bed. I took a shower today, and when I have my dirty clothes hamper that I have in my shower, and so I had to throw it on the bed because I didn't secure it after I took my shower because I didn't think I was going to be driving. But I don't know what else you can do as a Nomad other than a speed test to make sure that everything's okay. See, now I have my fan. So we'll go back up front. So, but y'all, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go set my drink down, and then I'll be right back, okay? Hold on. Y'all just stare at the refrigerator. Okay, well that was a lot harder than I thought. Okay, now let's go sit down. So, y'all are just spending Friday night. Move, Bandit. But thank you, baby. He's like, I see you coming, Mom, but I don't want to move. So I have my handy little, trusty little fan now, and I can fan myself. But let me get a drink of water first. Anyway, so y'all are just spending Friday evening with me in my messy home. Oh my God. That is so good. Lola is in the house. Hi, darling. I need to call you tomorrow. I got to tell you something. And Ditsy's Dorky Diary just joined us. That's awesomeness. Bandit does not like ice. I have tried that, sissy. He does not like the ice. My Bentley poo did, but Bandit does not. So, Jeopardy theme again. I saw that you had done that, Mike, and that was hilarious. And then you did another song that I don't remember. But anyway, if I missed something, I'm sorry. Well, glad that you did pop in, Lola. And yeah, make yourselves at home. And I'll get to... Oh, please tell me that I didn't take my card back there of my notes. I think I did. Hold on, guys. I think we're going back. Yep, I laid it right by the sink. Now, see, anybody that doesn't think I have a brain injury, all they have to do... Y'all getting dizzy yet? You want to go around again? There you go. You just went around again. Anybody that doesn't think I have a brain injury, all they have to do is watch these Friday Night Lives. And they'll get it, right? So I got my card. Got my fan, got something to drink, and I'm only an hour and a half late. That's not bad, right? I mean, somebody tell me that's not bad. Oh, Sunny Rivers, thank you. That's so sweet. And no, not always. My friends and family that see me in the mornings will tell you that. That's not true. Off the hook for you, Teresia. I love you. We all send prayers to you and Jack. I've got a video coming up on Monday. Part of it's dedicated to you guys. All right. Matilda, you're so sweet. Hey, Gray, good to see you. Hey, Sissy, October is still a go. That is awesomeness. Glad that you're going to be at Lollapalooza. Hey, Letty, Chuck and Letty, I start saying you're not late. I'm late, but you're talking about me. Better late than never. See how I just missed that. Glad that you're here, Gray, Chuck and Letty. I'm so glad that you're here. Megan, I'm so glad that you are laughing, and again, I'm so sorry for the loss of your sweet owl, and glad that you're on here with us every Friday night. And Chantel New, you're in Ocean Shores. Good for you. Hello, my darling. Bandit, how on earth are you playing with your toys? It's so dang hot. Dakota 92, how old is Bandit and what is his backstory? I have a video on that. I can't share his backstory tonight. I can tell you that he was a bait dog and he's from Mexico, but his backstory is too long for me to put on the live stream. And he is going to be 6 October 8th. So, wait, yeah, coming up. So not too long from now. So he's 5. Thank you, Shalom. Cindy, Linda in Texas. Oh, yeah, I love that y'all are talking to each other. Yes, I know that you are in a clinic and that y'all are just going through a hellacious time right now, T. I'm glad that you were able to join us. So let me just look at my notes. Okay, so Monday is I hiked 5 miles to a place called the Sacred Rim, and that's what was going to go up yesterday. Oh, Robert, thank you. He went and got the link for Bandit's story. Thank you, Robert. So that is the video is that's the video that was going to go up yesterday, but I had to put that video up about the knuckleheads, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, and I will tell you what the sheriff had to say. I'm sorry, you guys. I just saw I got a 4-door white truck parking next to me, and that was one of the trucks that came. I mean, that is the description of one of the trucks that came to get that knucklehead unstuck. And so I was just making sure, but they're just parking to go to the store. I'm paranoid. It's the first time that I've been in town, and it's been a hectic 48 days, and I haven't gotten any threats from this, but I have had death threats in the past because of a video and an event, and so I'm paranoid. So I'm sorry, I was like freezing to see what they were doing. Oh, your brother is in Cloudcroft at 52. You're writing him out of your will, Lola. That is hilarious. And T got free Wi-Fi. That is awesomeness. And yes, I call him Bandit because he stole my heart. And El Bandito, that's right, from Mexico. And he was very fortunate that they saved him from that fighting ring. and that they chose to let him be one of the ones that came. I can never remember the name of the town where I got him from, but he came, they put him in the the shelter across the border here in the States. Oh no, Lola, what do you mean you don't think he's coming back? Okay, now I'm really calling you tomorrow. Greg, thank you for hopping over. Untethered Nomad. I can't even talk. No, not Sierra Vista. That's where I stayed to drive and get him, Robert, but thank you. All right, so Monday will be the video that was supposed to go up yesterday. Hi Vesta, you didn't miss it because I was late, so that worked out great. And that video, like I was saying, it was a 5-mile hike to, okay, go on up. He's wanting me to move his blanket because he's hot. Okay, don't growl at me. I know, he's hot and cranky too, he's growling. Maybe Nogales, is it Nogales, Arizona and Nogales, Mexico? Maybe that's it. Thank you, Cardiz. I appreciate that. See, I can't. Yes, Robert. I think it was Nogales. Thank you to you and Cardiz. I can't look at the comments and talk. So y'all keep commenting. Please keep talking to each other. Please keep asking questions, and I promise I'll come back to the comments. And yes, thank you for telling them that, Kathy. They are awesome. I appreciate it. And I've got 95 on here that found me for the 3rd time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please give me thumbs up, everybody, because YouTube is going to ding me. I did not know this, but I just read it on YouTube Creator Station that when you have to delete videos, and which I think I read that truncating... something about a live stream not working is considered a delete or something, but something about, you know, when you have trouble, it kind of dings you. So I appreciate the thumbs up if y'all will give them to me, and I'm the one that should be giving you thumbs up because y'all came over here the 3rd time. Okay, so let me finish about my videos. So Monday is going to be the one that should have been up Thursday. After that, you guys, the next few videos will be taken, I think 2 or 3 videos will be from that area where that knucklehead destroyed the beach. And wait until you see how beautiful it was before they did that damage. It makes me cry. The beauty makes me cry because it's so beautiful, and there's wild horses and eagles. I even got a video of an eagle catching a fish out of that lake and dropping it off to its fledgling on that beach. And just so much wildlife and habitat in that area, and it's so beautiful, and I can't wait to share it with you. But when you see those videos coming up over the next few days, it's going to be that beach that those guys destroyed. And I did not get around to posting pictures of the damage that they did today, but on social media and as a YouTube post tomorrow, or maybe Sunday, I will post the damage that they did and compare that to the videos that you're going to see and the beauty. It's just heartbreaking. And I'm talking about, if you haven't seen it, you guys, Doreen, you didn't get a notice, honey, because this is my 3rd try. It's like, it was a crazy night, and I had to fly down the mountain to come to town to share this with you guys. But I didn't want to not be with y'all on Friday Night Live. And thank you for saying that, Jana, because, and Christy, that's the video that just went up yesterday, so you'll have to go watch that video. They basically drove down on a beach right by, they had to go around a sign posted by Game and Fish Department of that was yesterday's knucklehead video. Good one, Robert. They had to go past a sign that said no entry and stay off the beach with motorized vehicles, and I don't remember the exact wording. I put it in the video description and pinned comment in case you can't read the sign. On the video, I typed it out in the pinned comment and video description, and they went down there, and they those knuckleheads were real knuckleheads. That's true, Lola. you know, they drove on the beach, and then they got stuck, and then they had like 2 or 3 vehicles that came and helped them get unstuck, and then they drug. And while they were waiting, I don't know what they were doing, and it was too dark for me to film this, but they got everything out of the back of their truck, including that boat, carried it up the hill, dragging it over more bush and more habitat, and there were nests in there. There were nests in those bushes, and birds the next day they were all so upset. There was geese nesting in there. It was just horrible what they did. And big, they don't look like it in the video, but some of those bushes were 4 feet tall, maybe 5 feet tall, and they just broke them in half and broke the bark, and they just didn't care. They just didn't care. And yeah, Matilda, that would about sum it up. And so when you see the destruction versus the beauty that I got to enjoy before they did all that, and my time was up there anyway. It's a 14-day limit where I was camped, and so I left a couple of days early because I didn't want to stick around after posting that video. Anyway, it's just going to break your heart. So since nobody came out after I called the authorities and nobody came out. And so the next morning when I left, I was this is how life works, and I just love it. I was at the gas station and I was getting gas, and I was trying to think, where do I go? Do I come here? Because here, I'm going to talk to y'all about multiple jurisdictions. But do I come here to the National Forest Service? Do I go to the Fish and Game Commission? Do I go to the sheriff's office? Do I go to the police? You know, I didn't really know who to go to. And so I was at the gas station, and a ranger pulls in next to me, and I was like, you know, thank you, God. I just love life. And so when she got out, I said, hi, can I ask you something? And she's like, sure. And so I kind of told her briefly the story, and I said, and I don't know who to go see. And she goes, first of all, I wish I could see that video. And I'm like, oh, here's my card. It's already up on YouTube. I put it up this morning at 6 o'clock. And she's like, yes, thank you. And she's like, I'll watch it, and I'll make sure everybody in the office watches it. And I'm sure it's the NFS office here. But so I was like, yeah. And so she told me I needed to go to the sheriff's department. She said because the sheriff's department here has to determine who has jurisdiction to act on the complaint. And I said, well, that's who I called, was 911. And she goes, well, they should have come out. And I'm like, they didn't. And so she said, well, go there in person. And she told me where to go. And oh my God, you guys, it was kind of scary. I walked into what I guess is like their newly built courthouse. And yes, I know, Lola. It was so cool that she pulled up and we stood there and talked. And everybody in this town has just been so awesome, except for those knuckleheads. But I just love this town. But anyway, I went into it's a newly built courthouse. It's not like an old one. And I don't know that courthouse because this isn't the county seat. So it's not a courthouse, but where all of their government offices are. And somebody took me to a door, and she goes, go down to the basement, and it'll drop you into the reception area. And so they were behind my thumbnail of tonight's original YouTube live stream was of me standing there in front of that locked door and bulletproof glass and everything. It was really kind of intimidating. And so, anyway, the deputy came, and I've got his card back there. I meant to get it. Not that I'm going to give his name or anything, but he gave me the case number and everything, and he said it's tricky because the Wyoming Game and Fish Department has jurisdiction over the laws that these guys broke. But the lake is in the national forest. And yes, Frugal says she used to work in a basement, and she was an IT director, so it's not like she was stuck in the basement, at the bottom of the rung of employment, and so the sheriff's reception office is in the basement, and it just was so claustrophobic. I couldn't wait to get out of there. And hey, Walt, thank you for coming over and finding me again, and I'll answer all the other comments in a minute. Anyway, so I think you could tell that was really freaking me out, because so we went up the stairs. You go to a landing, and then you have to go up the stairs to the first floor, and then you can go out. And we went outside and stood and talked, and when he gave me his card and everything and a case number. So I'm sure they will work it out. And he asked me to email him the video and everything, and so I did. And I don't know that I'll follow up on it, because these guys are good at their jobs, and they will know what to do, and I feel like I've done my due diligence. And so I wanted to give y'all that update and tell you that they are on it. And he told me that depending on what they found, that if they couldn't prosecute, that he would make sure that they at least had a conversation. And so I really appreciated that. And you know what I just realized? It's Friday the 13th. And you think that might have anything to do with me having so much trouble? I'm just kidding. I'm sure it doesn't. Bubby, you can't come up. It's too hot. You get back on your bed. Come on, I got a fan. He doesn't want on his bed. I know, but I can't hold you. It's too hot. Too much fur. Anyway, so the next morning, I changed camps. And, oh, thank you, Frugal. And thank you, Cheryl, Pup Camper 58, for saying that. And we're going to talk about that, whether or not that was the right thing, in a moment. Y'all are so sweet. So yeah, I got up the next morning. I didn't sleep well that night. Oh, I should say that what's not on the video is that after dark, because it was pitch black dark out there. Of course, there's no light pollution or anything. And so the Bubba friends came from town to get them unstuck and everything, and it was just horrific what all they did. And I just won't keep going into that, but they even did more rutting. But and after they left, I sat outside, and because I wanted to see the Perseids meteor shower, and so I stayed up till about 1:30 because I was hyped up anyway, right? And so I stayed outside and watched the stars and the meteor shower. I got to see a lot of meteors till about 1:30, and then I was up and out of there by 6:30 the next morning. So I didn't get much sleep, and went to a new campground. Not campground. I'm dispersed camping. And I would have had to have left in a couple of days anyway because of the 14-day limit. But so I'm at a new campground, and I want people to know that. But you guys, I can't believe, and I'll come back to y'all's comments in a minute, but you know what I can't believe is the number of people that I've had to block. And I've deleted most of the troll comments because I don't want my wonderful viewers dealing with their crap. But and I can't believe the emails, because my email is public. Well, my email isn't public on my internet, on my website, but you can fill out a form and email me. And I can't believe all of the hate mail I've gotten, and people calling me Karen and telling me to mind my own business. And hi, Free Spirit. Yes, it is. Well, I don't know why you're confused. Yes, it's an FNL. So anyway, I just don't. I don't get it. And slamming me, saying that these guys didn't do anything wrong. It's like, are you crazy? They broke the law. They did so much damage. It's unbelievable. They left the scene, and they were drinking. I mean, when they're walking by my video, those silver cans, they're silver bullet cans. They're not like out there. I don't know. So they drove it. I can't say that they drove. I did say this in a comment, I think, or two, that they drove intoxicated. I didn't do a blow test on them. I don't know whether they were intoxicated or not, but they had been drinking all evening, so I can only guess. And people are bashing me and saying that I needed to leave them alone. And I'm like, when did we become a country that behavior is okay? And when did we become a country that you're so afraid to speak out when something is really wrong? Now, I'm not talking about the real Karens, and I'm using, if anybody on here is named Karen, I'm so sorry that your name is being used in vain now because of the two women that went viral on the internet for being stupid. I'm not talking about the people that call somebody out that wasn't doing anything wrong. I'm talking about people that are breaking the law, people that are beating other people up, people that are doing stuff that is wrong. And we're afraid to say something. We're afraid of retaliation. We have to leave campsites in the early wee hour morning time to get away from them because of what they might do. Why the hell aren't they afraid of us? That's what I want to know. When did it become easier and to be assholes than it is to be good people? That's what I want to know. When did that happen in our country? If somebody is breaking the law, you didn't used to do that in front of people because people would call you out on it. People now, they turn their heads. We look the other way. We're afraid to say, stop it. We're afraid to go to the authorities. And the authorities are so overworked. You guys, and when I said that they didn't come out, I'm not bashing the Leos for not coming out that night. They are so thread thin on task force to be able to handle all of the knuckleheads in our country that they probably didn't have time to come out on a call that they didn't know that was for sure. It wasn't an emergency. So they're so busy handling true life crimes and emergencies, they don't have time to come out and babysit idiots. That's where we as citizens, you can't just say, I don't want to get involved. You can't do that, you guys. I don't want you to put yourself in harm's way. I didn't go over and get their license plates. I stayed near my RV. They even waved at me as I was taping. They were less than, I'm going to say, probably 20 yards from me. I'm thinking of a football field in my head, and I'm thinking that they were less than 20 yards away from me. But I stayed close enough to my RV, right out in the open so they could see me filming, that if they did decide to be stupid, I could get inside my RV. So I didn't put myself in harm's way. But I also went like this at them, like, what are you doing? And they just kind of went like that back. They didn't care. And so I get that I didn't go over and confront them, but I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. And I'm not saying you should put yourself in harm's way. But when did it become okay to, and when did they get to be the ones that get to act like that? And we have to be the ones that are scared. It's wrong, and I'm tired of it, and that's why I put the video up. And and the people that bashed me, y'all can just go take a flying leap because you're part of the problem. And I know that I'm preaching to the choir right now, that none of y'all that are on here, but there's sometimes people think that other people are doing something wrong because they're doing something that you disagree with. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about mind-boggling, law-breaking, absolutely black and white, wrong. Don't turn a blind eye to that. Just please don't. In some way, do what is right, and let's claim good back. I'm just sick of it. I see it out here too much, and I'm done with it. And so, it has been a rough almost 48 hours now. That was posted yesterday morning at 6 o'clock. And I bet between comments, troll comments, and hate mail, I've dealt with over 100. I wish I'd have kept count before I did the deleting and everything, but I bet I've dealt with over 100. And I'm like, even if that one person would think that that behavior was okay, it just blows me away. And somebody on Instagram, and then I'm going to come to y'all's comments. Somebody on Instagram said that, one of the guys works for or with Fish and Game, and he was out checking. There goes the sheriff. Oh, they waved at me. Hi. That that's so funny. Anyway, that he was out checking bait lines for Fish and Game. Well, first of all, I'm former Texas Parks and Wildlife. I don't know of any Fish and Game department that has, I just said it now. I'm still thinking about the sheriff driving by and waving at me. I don't, bait lines out on a lake. And even if that is true, and he's a local, and I'm sure he's a local. In Wyoming, they always put the county on the license plates. And I'd seen them out there before, and I know he's a local, and I didn't have any reason to get his license plate before, but I wish I had, but I knew he was a local. But even if he was, that's when you set the highest example. If you are working for some agency that has a responsibility, like caring for our public lands, that's when you step up and you set a better example. You don't do stupid shit like that. And if he does, and he did all that damage and everything, he needs to be axed. So I don't care who he is or where he works or what he does. It was wrong. And thank you, Carla Clayton. She just sent me a super chat tip through PayPal and a sweet note. I appreciate that, because it has been hard. I've been called names that nobody should be called. I've been told to stay out of this county, and I love this area. I actually, if I had the money, I'd probably buy a place here, and it's one of the places I would consider settling down. And I just, and I'm here in town tonight, and I'm looking around, and I'm realizing that it's a little bit nerve-wracking, all of the hate mail and everything that I got. And for what? For idiots that broke the law? I want the country back that I used to know, where we stood up for what was right and we denounced what was wrong, and not just our personal opinions. Don't go there. Don't go out there bashing people and trying to stand up for your personal opinion. I'm talking about lawbreakers and clear right and wrong. All the time on social media, we see people that are getting beaten on the sidewalk and people walking by. What? When did we, I've said that. When did we become that country? When did we become these people that hole up in our sticks and bricks and in our houses and in our RVs and in our own little lives and let shit like that go on? Stop it. Don't. And so, yes, it was worth it. Every bit of it. I may not sleep well again tonight. I don't know, but it was still worth it, because I am not going to be one of those that goes mute. I am not going to be one of those that gets afraid of the people that are bullies. I've been bullied, and y'all are going to read it in my book. Boy, are y'all going to learn a lot about me in my book. But you don't live the life I've lived and then get to this age and bow down to jerks like that. And I'm just not. And so, like I said, I deleted most of the troll comments. I left some up, but I deleted most of them. There went a truck with a shell camper, but it wasn't the one. and I will not live in fear, and nobody is going to do that to me. And I hope that you will feel the same way, and don't put yourself in harm's way, but quit turning a blind eye to wrongdoing. Nooks and crannies, thank you. You gave me a super chat tip, and I appreciate that. And she says, buy yourself something nice. Thank you. I'll let you know I'll try to remember to let you know what I end up doing. But I will remember that, and I will do that. So even with the emotional toll that this has taken, and I'm exhausted because of dealing with these people, I still think I did the right thing, and I would do it again. Oh, Cardi said that she sent PayPal too. Thank you. I will look for it. I didn't get a notice, but I will look for it. Thank you, Cardis. And I also want to thank everybody that told me I was doing the right thing. And I'm going to look at your comments now. But I want to thank everybody that told me I was doing the right thing, because since yesterday morning, dealing with all of these people, and it was nerve-wracking going to the sheriff's department, but dealing with all of these haters, it's nerve-wracking being a solo female out here and dealing with all of that. And then I would log on and I would see all of your supportive comments, and most of you I've never met, and unfortunately most of you our paths will never cross, but you supported me and you lifted me up, and I want to thank you for that. Let me look at the camera. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You got me through this, because it has been very emotional and difficult to, most of them I didn't even read, but just I'd get enough into them to know it was full of hate, and that kind of stuff does attack your system, whether you no matter how buffered and how strong and how convicted you are in your beliefs, it does wear on you, and you guys were my rock, so thank you. All right, so now let me go and see if I can catch up on comments, and thank you all for being on here with me. And I will tell you too that if any of that touched, you believed in the rightness of that video, share it. And not that I'm in an effort to call them out, but that's another way that you can help me is by sharing it. Okay, so let me come back to the comments. I'm going to take a drink, you guys, so hold on. Robert says, do I have to come over and provide security? No, I got security, but thank you. Yeah, all right, so let me see. I just hope when I get back out to my camp that my chair's there. I love my chair. And I left it behind, but I didn't have time to put up my tent. I've done that video on what I do to keep my campsite, and I didn't have time to do all that and come to town and do this live stream. So I left my chair and everything out there, and I sure hope it's there when I get back. But if it's not, a chair's replaceable, right? I'll just have to save up and do that. And you guys have given me super chat tips tonight. If my chair's gone, I'll use your super chat tips for that next month. So let me back up. I look at all the comments. Thank you guys. Y'all keep them coming. I'll try to catch up. Tanya is saying, so proud of you for standing up. Oh, thank you, Vesta. She likes the flowers behind me. Yes, true knuckleheads. I love all of y'all's comments. Thank you. A knucklehead Harley. I used to have a Harley. You know that though, Robert. That's right. Ruchat, if people know that you don't get to be free will bullies anymore, they'll stop the crap eventually. And there's more good people than there are knuckleheads. I promise you. And they will. Somebody's asking, Annette's asking, were they drunk? I can't say whether they were legally drunk or not. Were they behaving like they were, and were they drinking? Yes, definitely. I have it on video, but I can't. I don't want to put myself out there by saying yes they were, because I don't know legally if they were or not. But and I know in this day and age, drinking and drugs especially put people at risk, and I don't want you to do anything to put yourself at risk, but it was crazy. All right, so Cardi says she was in Sierra Vista for 4 months. That's a beautiful place. It won't let me scroll all the way back, you guys, so I know I'm going to miss something. Mods, if I have missed something that I need to address, please let me know, because it won't let me scroll all the way back. Let's see. Oh, Sally S. is talking about her cats, but I can't scroll back and see it. Van Vita Travels joined us. And just if for those of you that are sharing that you want to be out here, please hang in there and don't give up on your hopes and dreams and goals, and just keep on keeping on. And Steve and Doreen, I'm so glad that you came over. Thank you. And I said, Doreen, you didn't get a notice because I was late. And Frugal, thank you for the kind words. Let's see. I'm just reading, so y'all talk amongst yourselves. Let's see. I'm reading. Yeah, I know that it's a boring live if I'm just staring at the camera. And Steve says, saw that video, bet there were several 12 packs of Wobble Pops involved. And Steve, you're probably right. I was sharing that they got everything out of their truck and drug it up the hill and broke bushes. So it's like, why didn't they just drag the boat up if that's what they needed to do in the first place? But they kept sitting on their cooler and opening it up and getting drinks. So nobody drinks that I know drinks soda like that. So probably so. Let's see. And yes, Frugal, it's sad and crazy that people don't care about the land, and that's something else. We've got to teach our kids, your grandkids, teach them young. All of the slogans that we grew up with: leave it better than you found it, leave no trace, pack in, pack out. And the whole, your neighbors, camping etiquette, and it's not being taught anymore, and we just really, really need to go back to that. And rangers used to be able to teach that. They used to take kids and teach it at the parks and stuff, and they don't have time anymore because they're too busy babysitting the adults. I worked in the Parks and Wildlife Department. I can guarantee you, we don't have the educational programs that we used to anymore because we're out dealing with knuckleheads. So we've got to start with the kids. And let's see. Sandy Bree says she didn't get notified either. It's because, and that's another thing, it's like, I appreciate all the thumbs up because I didn't get to do the notification through YouTube because I kept having to reschedule it because I kept messing up. But I did a speed test. I don't know what happened. Yeah, Linden, Texas, it broke mine too. I just love that the ranger pulled up there. Oh, and off the hook for you, Teresa is saying have to teach them respect at a young age. And yeah, people, oh, that's another thing. I see people letting their kids go out and strip limbs and just break off limbs and just so they can throw them in the water and leave them out in the water. It's like, why did you just do that? And the parents are laughing and not even paying any attention. And so thank you for teaching your kids and grandkids respect for the land. And I really appreciate it. So I am catching up and really appreciate it. And Robert, thank you for being on top of things. Sissy Taylor is so glad to see other creators on here. We've got Lola. I know I'm missing some. Lost on Land again. Frugal RV Gal. Shalom on the Roam. I know that there's a lot more on here. And then Walt Pendleton and Bobby are on here. I appreciate that. Let's see. Sally, I know, that's right. She says they can't bring them through the front door. I love that cheer. That's so cute. Thank you, Kathy. I've got the best mods. Nix and Cranny says that she was scared for me. I appreciate that. I'm a pretty tough cookie, and I'm pretty cautious, and I take pretty good care of myself, I promise. And Friday the 13th. Hi, Bubby. I'm cooler. You want to come up? Come on. You want to come up? No, I know. You got the whole fan. He's here, and look, see, he's got the whole fan, and he's panting. He's like, but Mama, I'm hot. You got the whole fan, Bubby. I can't help you. You got the whole fan. Yeah, you're okay. He's okay, you guys. Let's see. Oh, I lost my place on scrolling. I don't know where I was. I'll back up and I'll find it. Yes, anger. T is saying anger, anxiety, fear all lower your immune system. Yes, and that's why I don't. It hits me, and I can't help but let it affect me a little bit, but I don't stay there. Annette Gray says, are you going back to camping alone? Camping alone is I get with my friends, and I enjoy that, but I love camping alone. So yeah, every chance I get, I will not live in fear. Let's see. I'm scrolling back. Hold on. Marie says, hello, just found this the third time. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm good. I'm not staying. I've moved camp. I'm not staying there, and I'm good. I am in the same area because I have a mechanic's appointment to get stuff done, and I'm so excited to get the stuff done on Phoenix. She's getting a new muffler and getting the carburetor adjusted, and yes, Megan, good for you, and I'm glad you were raised that way. In Wyoming, the trolls should assume I am heavily armed. Amen. Texas too. And I'm Texas born and bred. And yes, people deserve to feel safe anywhere, Laura. I agree with you. Tanya, I'm not going to bother the sheriffs to babysit me. They got enough to do. I can take care of myself, I promise. And I'm very, very conscientious. And I'm sure that I am safe. So let's see, Matilda. Thank you, Matilda. And let's see. I think I'm caught up. Thank you, Laura. I do meditation. I sure do. Y'all, I don't know that I can get caught up. I'm gonna scroll backwards from down here. And I'm glad you found me too, Patty. Thanks for joining us. And Just Floating says, Texas girls are born with their boots on. I missed something that Robert said earlier about Texas girls. Robert, are you brave enough to put it again? Because I can't scroll back that far. And oh, thank you, Nate writes. I am comfy now. I've got to get back out up on the mountain, but I've got a good place. Bye, Cardies. Good to see you. Hello, Beagley's. You didn't miss your alarm, sweetheart. I had to do this live 3 times because of a bad signal, so I drove to town. No, Phoenix won't sound like a Bubba truck anymore. I'm getting the muffler done. Thank you, truly blessed. I'm glad I didn't give up too. Yes, camping alone is what Debra does and is. It's the last chapter of my book that's coming out. See. Hi, Gail. Glad you joined us. Check out I was talking about a video that I put up yesterday. And your peak has a cool pad, Rue. I'll have to check that out. Email me a link if you don't mind, and I'll check it out for Bandit. Just Floating. She says when she grows up, she wants to be just like me. You might be careful on that, sweetheart. You might not want to say that. But thank you. That is very sweet. Bandit, can you say hi to everybody, Bubby? I've got the reflectix up in his window, so it's not so hot. Yes, and Brew Chat. I've seen. I actually saw somebody, and I'm not joking about this, you guys. I actually saw a guy give his like 10-year-old son a machete to try and chase a turtle into the water at a lake. I'm just like, what is wrong with you people? And I just yelled, "Hey, stop it!" And the guy shot me the finger, of course, because I mean, and that's the example that kids have these days. I can't tell you the horror stories from being a teacher. But yeah, so we've got a lot of work to do, but I have to believe that we can get there. And Doreen is saying that it can take years for an area to recover if damaged. I actually, from my biology experience and everything, I'll go out on a limb here and say that that area of that beach will never recover. It's kind of an arid desert area. Even though it's in the national forest, and those bushes are never going to recover, and they will die. And then you're going to have beach erosion, and then that'll affect the lake and the fishes, and then that'll in turn, and this is the biologist coming out in me, but then will in turn affect the large animals in the area. In about 2 or 3 years, that area will not be the same anymore at all, just because of that one night incidents. So that's the truth right there. Hey Richard, glad you're back. And I know Bandit's little eyes. See, he's not. I just want y'all to know he's not hot anymore. It was because he had been playing with his toys, but he's not hot. See, here's his little toy that he had been playing with. And so he got himself hot, but he's not hot, and I got the fan on him, so he's okay. He's my little darling. I try to take really good care of him. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad that they're on Amazon, but I would need more help than that. So if somebody has a link to one that they use, that would be awesome to email it to me. That'd be great. What's going on with Rob? It was something to the effect of it not being wise to mess with a Texas woman. Yeah, my cousin and Cindy and I, we taught you guys well on that. And that's a joke amongst my cousins and I. And Cindy and my Texas cousin that's on here is, you don't mess with Texas women. It's just it's a joke, you guys. Let's see. That's too funny. Okay, am I caught up? I just really appreciate everybody sticking on here with me tonight. And thank y'all very much for the oh, there you go. If you don't like a strong woman, don't date a Texan. And Robert can speak to that from experience. Hi, Sandy Bree. I love Bandit too. Everybody loves Bandit. He's a sweetheart. He had a rough go of it with me at first, but he has mellowed and into his own. Oh, thank you, Laura. That's so sweet. I sure try to be. Yes, truly blessed. I shared that he said that they will at minimum have a conversation with those guys, and they'll prosecute if they can. I already shared that. Yeah, Mike, that's the thing about open carry. So free biology 101 lesson. I can't help it. I taught biology, and I know what's gonna. I know. I'm not just. That's not an opinion, you guys, of what's gonna happen to that beach now. I'm not just saying something off the top of my head. I walked the beach the next morning before I left, and I know what's going to happen to that area. It will not survive. It cannot. That particular beach. It just cannot. I don't. Because of the slope of the land, they could. Here's the truth. They could put up they could replace those bushes, but they would have to plant already mature plants, and they would have to put up the erosion nets to keep them to where they could get rooted and established, and then take care of them over time until they were established. They don't even have time to take care of the lands now that are healthy, and they're already staff short, and a shortage of staff and funding. They're not going to get funding to replace those bushes and do that type of erosion control for any more new bushes to get a stronghold on that slope of that beach. They're gone. They're toast, and those guys just didn't even care. Frugal says she's a Texan, so she gets it about dating a Texan. That's good, Jana. Let's see. I am at a lake. Since I am on the World Wide Web, Laura, and still in this area, I don't give away my exact location, but it's at a lake in Wyoming, and that's about as much as I'm willing to share. When I'm gone, I'll be glad to share more. And so, hi, Rachel's Rants. Bye, Barb and George. Love you. And that's a joke between us about it's Teresa and Jack. But thank you. Love you. And I hope Jack's dialysis went well. Thank you for joining us while you were waiting on him. Love you. Okay, so everybody, it's going to start getting dark. I want to get back to camp before it gets dark. But hang on, I want to say something before I hang up. Laura, I'm not at that beach anymore. I shared that I left the next morning by 6:30, but I'm in the area, and those guys were local, so that's all. And what I wanted to, it's okay. You can ask anything anytime. If I can't answer or can't share right now, I'll tell you, and I'll be sharing later. No worries. Yeah, it's like it'll take. That's why there's so many volunteer communities and everything that do so much, because the government doesn't allow funding, because we don't vote for the people that allows the funding to for such projects, because there's only so many dollars to go around, and everybody has their pet projects, and restoring plants isn't part of that, because people don't understand how the cycle and what's going to happen. And so let's see. What I was going to say is that so tomorrow morning I have a shorts, and shorts are meant for you to watch on your phone in portrait mode, so that it fills up the whole phone. If you're watching it on your computer, it'll look funny because it'll have sides on it and everything. So they're meant to be watched on your phone. You can watch them on either, but they're in portrait mode. And the shorts tomorrow in the morning at 6 a.m. is of a beach sunset at that beach where I was. And the bushes that you can see along the bottom, it's dark because it's sunset, but the bushes you can see along, I'm going to cry. The bushes that you can see along the bottom of that shorts, they're no longer there. Those guys took them out. Those particular bushes are gone. And like I said, the next Monday is a video that was supposed to go up on Thursday, so it's at the previous camp. But after that, the videos that you're going to see of the wild horses on the beach, and the eagle getting a fish out of the lake and taking over to the beach and everything, all of that is that beach, and it doesn't look the same anymore. So I hope that you enjoy those videos, and I just wanted to share that with my Friday Night Live sketchy crew. And before I forget, don't forget, oh my God, I almost forgot this. If you want to sign up, is it too late? I don't even know what today's date is. The Patreon Coco shirt will be finalized as of the 13th. Today's the 13th. So today's the last day, no, the 15th, sorry, the 15th. So you've got a couple of more days to sign up if you want to be a part of the Coco Fam for a Patreon shirt, $5 and above. But you can sign up for Patreon as little as $1 a month. And the recipes, if you have any recipes, we're coming. The deadline for that, I got to look, but I think the deadline for that is the end of this month. And the book should come out sometime in the middle of September. So if you have any recipes that you want in the digital recipe book, and you can give your channel a shout out. I keep having to move it because Tim has had some health issues, and he's the manager of my retail store, and he's had some health issues, and so I've moved that again, and I apologize for that. But if I had forgotten to say that, he would have killed me. And my book will be out. We're shooting, well, I don't want to say, because it's with my editor right now, and then it's got to go to Robert for publishing, but it will be available in Kindle and in paperback on how being a nomad saved my life. I know I'm missing a deadline, and all my team Debra is going to shoot me because I keep forgetting to say such things. Oh, you're welcome, Frugal. And I also want to say, you guys, check out Robert's channel. He's doing a new format, 1 o'clock every day. He does travel news, and he's done things about this truck leaked chicken fat, and there's, you know, cars had accidents too. He gives the real scoop behind the grizzly bear attacks lately, and just real meaningful stories to those of us that travel or that want to travel. And so you guys, no, I didn't write it down. You would think that I would have, Lisa, but I forgot. And thank you. Lisa's one of my newest patrons. I'm so glad you're on board. I didn't get around to being, because of this incident yesterday, I haven't gotten around to formally welcoming you online, but thank you so much. I saw that you had joined. But anyway, y'all check out Robert's 1 o'clock news Monday through Friday on his channel, Robert Witham on YouTube. I am enjoying those news stories so much, and this is a format that Robert is switching to. He's a former journalist and has worked for newspapers and been a journalist most of his career, and so this just fits right in line with him, and he's just knocking it out of the ballpark. So Michael McClester says, look out for the gumbo. I don't think I get it. I'm sorry. What did Cindy say? Hang on, I got to see what Cindy says. Oh, Cindy says she's half Texan and half Cajun. Yeah, Beverly's daughter. So we are a good people in my planet. We really are a good people in my planet. Yes, I love that. All right, Tanya, good night. And I think I'm caught up now, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. And yes, they are. Vesta, go check them out. You can watch them after the fact. I really it's one of the best things that I've seen in a very long time, and on Robert's channel. So it is good reporting. All right, everybody. Well, it's 12 o'clock. Just floating. The time zone for Robert's. I got it wrong. Thank you for asking that. The time zone for Robert's travel news is 12 o'clock Central every day, 1 o'clock Mountain, not 12 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Mountain, and 3 o'clock Eastern. I'm sorry I'm screwing that up, Robert. There you go. Robert put it on there. But you can always watch the recordings if you don't catch them live. And they're awesome. Okay, everybody, thank y'all for being on here tonight. Frugal RV Gal, Shalom on the Room, Lost on Land again, and all of my fellow creators and nomads that are on here, and all of my wonderful viewers and patrons. Thank y'all for the extra effort in finding me again, and thank you for listening to my rant. Love you guys. See you later. See you down the road. Keep on keeping on. Good night.